Today we want to discuss the fundamental principles of Ayurveda. And if you've ever wondered what is Ayurvedic medicine and what can it do for me, and what are the fundamental principles on which Ayurveda is based, this is what we're actually going to cover today. And I hope that any questions you have about Ayurveda will be answered. And if you want to put any questions in the comments, I'll be answering them in our next session. This is the first of a series of lectures on Ayurvedic medicine. And if you like this video, please be sure to click the like and subscribe button. What is Ayurveda? The word Ayu actually means lifespan in Sanskrit, and Ved is knowledge. So Ayurvedic medicine is knowledge of how to increase the lifespan, how to promote longevity. And there's a saying in Ayurveda, Ayurveda Amritanam. Ayurveda is for immortality. So the basis of Ayurveda is promoting a system of medicine which can not only treat disease, but can prevent disease altogether. So some of the fundamental aspects of Ayurveda is that it's a balanced system of medicine, which is really based on the understanding of the connection between the diverse aspects of life and their common source in the unified field of all the laws of nature. And this is what differentiates Maharishi Ayurveda from the other systems of Ayurveda. Maharishi Ayurveda is based on the unified field of all the laws of nature, and it's a consciousness-based system of healthcare. And what do I mean by consciousness-based? I mean that we want to focus on taking care of our consciousness as the very basis of eliminating disease and preventing disease, because consciousness is the most fundamental aspect of life itself. Consciousness is that inner wakefulness through which we perceive, appreciate, and experience life as a whole. And the way we take care of consciousness is we allow any stresses in the physiology to be released through the practice of Transcendental Meditation. During the practice of Transcendental Meditation, the mind settles down to experience quieter and quieter levels of the thinking process until we transcend thought altogether and experience the simplest state of human awareness, the state of pure consciousness, pure awareness. It's a state of unbounded awareness in which the awareness is free from all limitations. This state is reached very easily and effortlessly through the Transcendental Meditation technique, because this technique only uses the natural tendency of the mind to move in the direction of more happiness. The natural tendency of the mind is to spontaneously move in the direction of more happiness, more freedom, more intelligence, more creativity. And that state of unbounded awareness is a state of infinite bliss. It's a state of pure intelligence, and it's a state of infinite creativity. So we just take the correct angle and we use a mantra which turns the attention inward, because the attention is always usually directed in the outward direction. We use a mantra to turn the attention inward, and the mind spontaneously settles down to that state of quieter, and that simplest state of human awareness, the state of pure consciousness. So by experiencing pure consciousness, the physiology gets a very, very deep state of rest. And the deep state of rest that we gain allows deeply rooted stresses and strains to be released from the physiology. So the physiology is purified every time we sit to meditate. And we only meditate at the beginning for 20 minutes twice a day, 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the early evening. And through this practice, this scientifically verified practice, the stresses begin to be released from the physiology. And this is really the beginning of our paving the way to not only creating health but preventing disease altogether, because the immune system becomes very strong as a result of this practice. So there are many different approaches of Maharishi Ayurveda. There's the approach from the level of diet. There are different diets which are really tailored to different physiologies, because everyone has a different body type based on their build, based on their natural preferences, based on the way they think, the way the mind functions. And these body types have different dietary needs, and also the diet is based on the different seasons. So everything is tailored to being able to function more and more in accord with natural law. We function more in accord with the nature of our own physiology, more in accord with the seasonal changes, and the diet is based on what will really complement and strengthen our physiology. So there are different diets for particular body types, and there's different herbal and mineral preparations, which are very natural food supplements, which promote balance and also foster the healing process. So these are all different aspects of Maharishi Ayurveda, and there's also the angle of yoga asanas, different exercises which enhance the flexibility of the physiology, and there are different breathing exercises, neuro-respiratory integration, or pranayama, which helps to it relates to the physiology of breathing, and it helps to allow the purification of the lungs and the breathing apparatus. So there are many different approaches of Maharishi Ayurveda, and these approaches are all based on our understanding of natural law. So Maharishi Ayurveda, the fundamental belief in Maharishi Ayurveda is that most diseases are actually caused by something called pragya-parat, and this means in Sanskrit the mistake of the intellect. And when we talk about the mistake of the intellect, it means that the mistake is based on lifestyle choices which are not in accord with natural law. For an example, for instance, if we're having a meal and we reach a state of satiation where we feel we've had enough, but then we're talking to our friends and we just continue eating, even when we're full and we don't really have any need for any more food, but we continue eating without really thinking about it, or we continue talking a lot and we don't have our attention on our food. And at the end of it, we might feel very uncomfortable in terms of our digestive system. And this is just based on the inattentiveness to our own physiology. First of all, if we're talking a lot when we're eating, we're not really having our attention on digestion, and this may interfere with the ease of digesting the food. And also, if we keep eating after the satiation point, this is putting an overload on our digestive system. So this is kind of like a mistake that we've made. We've made a lifestyle choice which has impeded the functioning of the physiology. So most diseases actually result from some lifestyle choices which are not really in harmony with our physiology or in harmony with the particular time. Maybe we're eating our meal at 11 o'clock at night, and this is causing a lot of toxins to be built up in the digestive system. So these are lifestyle choices, and when we begin to understand Maharishi Ayurveda, then we begin to know how to live in a way that fosters more and more harmony between the mind and the body, and between the body and the environment. And we begin to make choices which actually enhance the functioning of our physiology, and also promote the integrated functioning of the mind and the body, so that we're able to accomplish much more in our daily life. So Maharishi Ayurveda is very, very beneficial for the health. It's beneficial because of the knowledge of the body types. It's beneficial because of the knowledge of which foods to eat in which seasons, and which foods are most beneficial for which particular body type. And it's a knowledge which comes from a very ancient tradition, and it's a knowledge which has been revived in its pure form by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. So this is the introduction to Maharishi Ayurveda, and we'll be going into more detail in future episodes. If you have any questions about what I've spoken about, please add them to the comments section, and I will be sure to address them in the future episodes. So thank you very much for coming, and if you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button, and we'll see you again very soon.